Hey, welcome back to this series on the military and DDT. The film that we're viewing is a 1944 training film for the U.S. Navy. And remember, there's still a theater of war going on in the Pacific. Let's find out how wonderful DDT is.
Lethal dose, the insects go elsewhere to die. Residual treatment of the inner walls of these huts means that a contact poison awaits any insect which alights upon them for several weeks or months.
And any human being that dwells in the hut.
Depending upon variant factors, such as the intensity of the original treatment, rains, washing, prevailing winds, and so forth. Using a paint sprayer, the worker spreads DDT evenly so that the entire surface is covered.
And so the man that's spraying has no protective devices on him, no protective gear, no mask, and he's getting it all over his body and inhaling it into his lungs. These are the experts, remember. They told us that it came out from a group of experts.
A semi-coarse spray is required for residual treatment. A fine spray is lost in the air. Experience teaches the correct amount to spray without waste. The entire surface should be thoroughly wet, without runoff. Residual treatment of all quarters pays big dividends in the health and happiness of the crew. In a few hours, a two-man crew may treat hundreds of mattresses and bunks with 5% DDT and kerosene.
Wouldn't that be nice? You could enjoy your sleep much better, right? Since your mattress was treated with kerosene and DDT, you would have some lovely fumes to inhale for your 7 to 8 hours sleep on the mattress.
If correctly applied, this renders sleeping quarters free from bed bugs for many months. Mattresses should not be slept on until the kerosene has evaporated, and the smoking lamp should be out until the following morning. Because DDT crystals cling tenaciously to the fibers of textiles, cots, tents, and jungle hammocks should receive the residual treatment. By treating bed frames and springs in this position, salvos are simultaneously fired against the bed bugs in the walls. This increases efficiency and eliminates waste. Before treating galleys and mess halls, food, trays, cooking utensils, and work tables must be covered. Kerosene is used as a solvent for residual spraying of areas where stains from darker oils are to be avoided. For residual treatment against roaches, 5% DDT and kerosene, fuel oil, or emulsion is sprayed around pipes, in cracks, and in other places they frequent. It is as effective as 10% DDT dust. DDT crystals in the interstices of screens poisons insects where they frequently alight. Here, DDT emulsion is applied with paint brushes. When the emulsion has dried, the screen has almost regained its former appearance. An alternative method for treating screens is with an ordinary spray gun. The insecticide is more apt to be wasted this way.
Well, the one spraying that's really getting a good dose of it, huh? His lungs should be completely free of larvae. His lungs should be completely free of mosquitoes.
Way, however. DDT oil solution leaves an effective residuum on garbage racks and other fly habitats. Since these surfaces are frequently washed, repeated applications become necessary. Because dysentery is second only to malaria as a threat to military operations, it is especially important to treat the slip trench and surrounding areas. Garbage pits, dugouts, and gun emplacements should be similarly sprayed. Unless the entire bivouac area is treated, an influx of insects from adjacent areas may occur.
The entire area needs to be treated. Saturate the area for our naval personnel. And some Marines, if the Marines are nearby too, they might as well enjoy the benefits.
Bushes, logs, dead leaves, and the ground itself should be sprayed. Residual treatment upon the inside of planes prevents the spread of disease vectors to uninfested islands. This supplements, rather than replaces, the use of aerosol bombs in aircraft.
That's right, we might as well douse the aircraft with it too. So there's no place that naval personnel can go where they're not enjoying these fumes in contact with this toxin that causes paralysis.
Either pressure or hand sprayers may be used. For killing insects on the wing, a fine fog spray, wind drifted, has been found most effective. Repeated fog applications may even leave a residuum. Men with DDT aerosol bombs walking briskly 20 feet apart eradicate insects on the wing within the area traversed. Excessive winds reduce the effectiveness of this treatment. By the addition of DDT to Navy aerosol bombs, greater effectiveness against mosquitoes has been attained. Flies, which previously defied this treatment, are now killed. The effectiveness of DDT against lice was first proved in the field during the typhus epidemic at Naples. The 10%...
There we go! Hey, that's wonderful for hair grooming. Why not put some DDT on your hair? Make sure it gets in your ears. How about a puff up the nose?
Powder is applied to the hair and distributed between clothing and skin. DDT dust is also useful in storerooms and the holds of ships.
Let's get it on the potatoes. Get it on the food. Get it everywhere. In the air, on the food, on the skin. You gotta kill those larvae, the larvae.
Injected through a nozzle extension, it penetrates to the haunts of roaches. It should be applied generously around cracks and crannies.
Generously!
The rotary duster distributes DDT dust in
wow,
areas
you can have a rotary duster if you want.
Here it lies, until carried away by wind.
Whatever kind of machine you want.
Less tenacious
we got one for you.
The oil solution, it is nevertheless a persisting poison against insects.
Oh, against
if
insects!
The worker stands to windward, it is not necessary to wear a mask when dispensing DDT dust.
Did you hear what I said? It's not necessary to wear a mask. Boy, oh boy. Why can't we have shown, why could not we have shown this film over the last 2 to 3 years? Wasn't necessary to wear a mask when you're spraying DDT. So why would it be necessary right now?
For complete mosquito control, larviciding is essential. Solutions drifted by wind over water at a rate of 1/10 pound of DDT per acre destroy larvae within 24 hours. These obvious breeding places are rendered harmless when minute quantities of DDT are ejected from a small hand sprayer. The drip can method, wholly ineffective where there are strong currents.
Drip can method. Hey, somebody might confuse it and think it's ice-chilled water and go over and have a drink.
May be used for larviciding still water or slow streams. The figures sound fantastic, but 1 part of DDT in 20 million parts of water kills all larvae. In the absence of other equipment, DDT solution may be poured onto the surface of ponds. However, this is not a preferred method. Oil solutions of DDT remain on the surface. Emulsions penetrate the depths. Therefore, the latter require heavier dosage. Whatever the method or the solution, with proper dosage, most larvae die within 24 hours. The greatest potentiality of DDT lies in dispersal from planes. This assures even distribution, coverage of otherwise inaccessible areas, and
So let's come to the whole idea of the chemtrails. The chemtrails. This is 1944. Let's put it in the air. Let's take a plane and go up. And let's give everybody a good DDT spraying.
conservation of manpower. This is the only method whereby insect control may be established shortly after D-Day. 5% DDT in equal parts of diesel and lubricating oil is spread at the rate of 2 quarts per acre. Dispersal of DDT by planes combines features of 3 methods of treatment previously presented. Descending through the air, it kills adult insects on the wing, as the fog treatment does. Experiments and inventions are constantly being made to improve DDT formulae and methods of application. The pocket atomizer, comparable in size...
The pocket atomizer! You can have one of these in your shirt pocket when you go to your place of work after you get out of the military. Remember, this is 1944.
to a fountain pen may soon be supplied for individual use. Work in progress indicates that DDT may also be sprayed.
Wow, isn't that wonderful?
Or it may be dispersed explosively.
Breathe that in, population.
In this rapidly evolving field of insect control, new methods are constantly being sought and tested.
Well, as you can see, that comes to you from the United States Navy Department, the year 1944. Let's experiment with DDT. Now, the next phase after it was developed and promoted will be usage in the United States in the 1950s. So that will bring me into a whole nother series on DDT. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. End of video.